So I finally caved and bought a Switch 2 game card, and the one that I ended up going with is Sonic X Shadow Generations, and we're basically just going to unbox it and kind of just see what the experience is like. My focus is terrible. And also compare it to a very, very inferior port on the original Switch. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, this game runs like garbage on the Nintendo Switch. That's why I still haven't played this very much, to be completely honest with you. But I have not learned my lesson because I've decided to pick this game up, and you know what? I'm kind of happy with it. I'm not gonna lie. So we're just gonna unbox it, and we're gonna go through the game key card experience, ladies and gents. So let's see if my camera doesn't actually want to do that. Okay, hold on. Alright, let's start by unboxing it. I didn't even open the wrap yet, bro. You can still hear all the wrap and whatnot. So let's just grab these scissors and cut away from myself because I don't want to kill myself or break my hand there. But yeah, let's get the seal off. And of course, you gotta do the smell and whatnot. So this is my first ever like physical Nintendo Switch 2 game, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm kind of impressed with the box art. Oh gosh, frick, I thought I was gonna break something there. Let's get rid of that. Boom, no more plastic. Anyways, here is the Nintendo Switch 2 version of Sonic X Shadow Generations. Get a better look at the top, the entire thing here. Ladies and gents, let's open it. Nice ASMR. And what's kind of funny about this is that we actually got a bit of physical media, which you don't usually get in games very much. So we ended up getting a little journal of Dr. Robotnik. I don't know if I can actually freaking focus in on that, but there you go. Property of Gerald R. And if you look at the actual cover, you can see that it includes Robotnik's journal, which honestly, I'm not really a Sonic fan, but I think this is kind of dope, to be honest with you. Actually getting some sort of physical media is kind of cool, and just it's a little bit of a nostalgia for some people. Not really me, to be honest with you, but definitely something that, hey, that's pretty cool. Property of Eggman Empire. Goated as frick, bro. Goated as frick. But if we wanted a little comparison of what came in the Sonic Frontiers a couple years ago, is you just got like a movie ad right there. If the camera actually wants to focus on something someday here. You actually got a bit of a movie ad, and then a DLC code, and of course the Sonic Frontiers cartridge, which we zoom in on and hopefully get some focus on eventually in the next 10 years. There you go. So yeah, but with the Switch 2's cartridge, they've actually gone and just made everything red on the inside, and I'm pretty sure that it's not like, if you take this out, then it actually looks yeah, you can actually have it. You can actually invert it and whatnot, but this is basically what that is. But the first Nintendo Switch 2 cartridge in my possession, ladies and gentlemen, it looks virtually identical to the Nintendo Switch cart, which I can probably hold up here. Right there, ladies and gents. But the difference is, if you look very, very, very closely to this thing, if it'll ever focus, oh my god, this camera. If you notice right there, there's a little key icon, which means it's a game key card. And a lot of people have really hated the game key cards ever since they were announced for the Nintendo Switch 2. And I'm not sure what camp I'm in, so we are going to put this in the Switch 2, and we're going to do a little bit of testing on it just to see how it goes. So let's move to the capture card. So we are now on the Nintendo Switch 2, and I have the Sonic X Shadow Generations game card right now. So we are going to put it into the Nintendo Switch 2 for the first time, and let's see what happens. So play this game key card, you will need to download data. So this is the first thing that you're gonna see. And a lot of the criticism has been about the fact that you need to download the entire game before you even play it, which was never an issue with, like, you know, like something like Mario Kart World or anything like that. But damn, for a 30-minute freaking download right before you play a game is absolutely diabolical. So I'm not gonna lie, kind of disappointing, but at the same time, a lot of these third-party games probably wouldn't even come to the Nintendo Switch 2 without game keycards, so you gotta keep that in mind. And given that most of these games are pretty hefty, like if we go to the eShop right now, let's take a look and actually see how big Sonic X Shadow Generations actually is. And it looks, yeah, 22 gigs is crazy big. That's crazy big for a Nintendo game, especially when you consider that the majority of like even Nintendo first party games, like if we open Mario Kart 8 Deluxe in the eShop, this game was like a couple gigs at most, which is really small comparatively. So yeah, if you look at Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, 11.2, so still twice the size of a normal Nintendo Switch game. In fact, maybe if we bring something a little bit closer to home for Sonic fans, maybe we'll go Frontiers. That might be a better choice to actually compare with. So, damn, that's you'll never see a Nintendo game 70% off. I'm sorry, I need to be real. So if you go here, 15.2, so this is still bigger. I don't think this is not lining up with my point at all. But you see what I mean, is a lot of these games probably wouldn't come to the Switch 2 otherwise, so Nintendo's kind of meeting them in the middle. Do I like it? Hell no. I wish that all games were on the just normal carts, but I guess some things are a little bit more expensive. So the download is pretty much done, and one thing that I do want to note is I usually have my Switch 2 hooked up to Ethernet, but I'm currently streaming Smash Brothers at the same time as recording this, so I'm using just normal Wi-Fi, and it really took about like half an hour, so I guess that's just more of my Wi-Fi speed than anything. But yeah, the game has officially downloaded, and we're just gonna take a look at it just to see what it's like. Oh, the Elgato just shut off. What the frick? Does opening this game make the Elgato die? What the hell? Anyways, I just want to apologize also for the audio at the beginning when I was unboxing this thing. Didn't think it was that high, but you know, we'll try and shut her down a little bit. So either way, yeah, we're just gonna see what it's like just playing this game. So, yeah, I will make a separate video just kind of going over if this game is good with the game keycard, all of that. Just my closing thoughts on it in general is just, it's not the worst thing in the world, because it's better than the games that just have like a code and then you download it on the eShop. This, at least you get a physical product and a card. It's just unfortunate that the full game is not on there. But yeah, that's pretty much my thoughts on the game keycards. If you guys have any thoughts on them, then please leave a comment in the comments below. Tell me what you guys think of the game keycards and the Switch 2 in general. And yeah, make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out, everybody. Oh my god, finally, capture card's not cooked. This is what it actually looks like when your capture card doesn't just oversaturate everything. Okay, for real this time. Goodbye, everybody.